All right, what's up, 5K training crew? I just wanted to go over, we are in the middle of week 5, so we're just past the halfway mark of this training program. First things first, if you want to do the Middletown 5K with us, get on their website, sign up ASAP. I don't know if there's a cutoff or if things finish up soon, but sooner is better than later. So go sign up. If you're gonna just run a 5K on your own, set like a timer and a distance tracker on your watch, just go for it. Awesome. If you have another 5K you wanna do with some friends, also awesome. Nothing required at all. But Megan and I are planning on doing that Middletown 5K. I will add the link to this video. So what you're gonna see is, like this week we had that 20-minute run with the nasal breathing at the beginning. Day 2, we have those minute and a half high effort with the 1-minute rests. And then on Friday, we are gonna rock a 25-minute run. A fartlek is like normally done with like a group of people. So if you had like 4 people running, you'd be going and then 1 person run to the front. So you have to run a little bit faster to get to the front, and then you continue on that regular pace. And every like 30 seconds to a minute, you would switch who's in the front. So you'd have to do like a little bit of a kick of a speed. So what I would do is maybe set a 1 or 2 minute timer, and every now and then just kick it up for I don't know, like go from one telephone pole to another, or a turn on a track, or just like, I don't know, a little burst of speed, and then slow it down a little bit. It's just gonna be good for the heart rate, and it's simple. I definitely don't want you guys overthinking that. Overthinking is bad, right? So then we have week 6, we got another 20-minute run. We're also gonna start seeing distances come into play for the first time. So if you don't have something to track distances, you're gonna need to get to a track. Rockville High School has a great track. Summers High School has a great track with an amazing view. South Windsor has a good track. And Manchester has a great track. So those should all be very accessible to all of you. And it's gonna be, you run 400 meters at an 80 to 90% effort. So almost a unrepeatable pace. And then you're gonna get a minute and a half rest. If you're not at a track, but you have a watch, just put a quarter mile in. You don't have to switch from freedom units to the metric system. Really not that crazy. And then when we're looking at Friday, right, we bumped it up to a 30-minute run. So this is good for, like, depending on your pace, right? So like I know my 5K, because I hit a 5K in 25 minutes. So I'm running longer than my estimated 5K time. So for people that fall into that category, this is just some extra endurance work. For those of you that are gonna be at, around, or above the 5K, we're just still building your work capacity. So it is good for all of us, right? Again, we're seeing that Monday 20-minute run. That's about finding sustainable paces. That's a really important, like, just start the week off, get some movement out. You shouldn't run at a pace that's unrecoverable on that Monday. Then middle of the week, we're gonna see another 400 meter repeat 10. We've cut the rest interval down now. Okay, so that's again just working on energy systems there. We're bumping up. We got a 1 mile time trial on Friday. So you can do a track, 4 laps. If it's not perfect, it's whatever, it's fine. Rest for 10 minutes. It's gonna be tedious for some of you, but it's gonna be almost like a full recovery. You might wanna do the toe walk, heel walk, scoops, and zombie walks again before doing your 2nd mile run. It's gonna be one of the tougher runs because we're now into like week 7. So that should be your hardest effort of this program, right? Right. And then we have like a little taper. Okay, the Monday of race week, 3 rounds, run for 5 minutes at 60% effort. So the time that you ran for 20 minutes straight, you'll do the same pace, and you're gonna give yourself minute breaks in between those. So that's about moving and recovering. And then on that Wednesday, we're gonna do a 200 meter run. So that's half the track at your 5K pace. So you're gonna run the 5K pace for half a track lap, give yourself a 45-second rest interval, and it's about practicing pacing. It doesn't have to be perfect. I want you to find a tempo that is repeatable during this. And so this is gonna be a great sequence for that. as far as questions I've been asked, right? I haven't really got a lot of check-ins about the nutrition. The templates are so simple. I just need you to remember the goal of this program was not to lose weight. If you leaned out a little bit, awesome, that's great. But the food should have been fuel for your runs, and don't try to take it anywhere else. Question about recovery and stuff. So acute recovery is a really tough thing. That's when you're gonna have to go to a specialist, have a session with Megan, maybe go to Lisa Russell for a massage, or whatever masseuse or body worker that you prefer. In an acute moment, like something's sore and you want it treated immediately, put it in the hands of somebody else. Outside of that, if we do have aches and pains and things sneaking up on us, it's about daily treatment over time. So that would be doing the simple stretches 2 or 3 times a day. Wake up, maybe put some yoga toes on, do some toe time. Roll your foot with a lacrosse ball or a tennis ball before your day starts. Some stretches on your calf, things like that. If you can do it on your lunch break, awesome. Not mandatory. I do know a lot of people have a very busy middle of the day, and then you come home, you're watching your show, you're just kind of like bullshitting. Do it again. More stretching, more rolling, more ankle circles, more cars, all that stuff. So doing it consistently is gonna be your best friend when it comes to self-treatment. But again, in the acute situation, put it in the hands of a professional. Let me bring up some of the other questions because I do wanna make sure I answer them. I do know there was a question about the nasal breathing. So the nasal breathing is really cool. It does all this stuff for your nervous system and blah, blah, blah. But realistically, the biggest piece of the puzzle is that first run of the week is supposed to be kind of chill and low key. And if you're only nasal breathing, then it's gonna force you to slow down and not run at too high of a pace. So it's kind of like a training speed bump, if you will. Again, it's gonna force you to run a little slower, a little bit more low key, and a little bit more chill. So that was the answer to that one. And I can definitely dig up some more of like the true science. So we talk about like the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. We're talking about our body's fight or flight response. When we're mouth breathing, that's when we're going to kill something and eat it, or we're running away from something. So it's very high stimulus. When we're nasal breathing, that's when we're kind of chill. So again, it just ties into that kind of that first run of the week is supposed to be more of a chill run. So yeah, I hope that if you guys want more questions, I can hop on here and do this. Ask me directly. The more you guys talk to me, the more I can help you. Okay, so don't forget to sign up for the race if you're gonna do it with us. Keep using food for fuel. If you're gonna have an issue with the distance tracking or timing or whatever it might be, reach out to us. We'll figure out a way to try and take care of you. And hopefully everybody's having fun with this, right? It's not a high pressure thing. It's a leisurely 5K in a town, and this is the first time we've done a run event with the gym. So I definitely want it to be a fun experience for all.